Solitude is the title of this piece.
I like this.
What she was interested in.
It says do not touch, but
not
everybody touches
Everyone
it.
touches it. You want to touch it. It feels almost soft, almost like felt.
I love it.
What she was exploring with this piece, in her words, was this notion of sort of sedimentary layers building up, and becoming something, becoming a force, becoming an object, becoming, a person or a mountain or a, hilltop, and all the metaphors that kind of play into that. Towers. The way it's made is actually kind of interesting. Each one of these is sort of an individually casted piece, and then they're kind of glued together afterwards. Her father was a leather worker, which she makes claim to influencing her, aesthetics quite a bit, and you get that sort of very soft feel. When I learned the title of this piece, I always loved this piece. I loved, last year they had more of these out in the city. I read her title and it reminded me of a show I saw in Brooklyn once where this artist took, pallets of felt, very similar to this, and just piled it all up inside this very small space and made a very narrow passageway that you would kind of transverse through. The interesting thing about felt on that scale is that it muffles all of the sound. Like there's no sound. And the way it was laid out is that you couldn't walk next to someone to have a conversation. Art is very much sort of a communal experience. You talk about it, you respond to it. You're influenced by other people's ideas and what they say. So in that sort of setting, you're alone and all the sound is muffled and you're just by yourself. It was very meditative, a little spooky, because you could kind of hear other people, but you couldn't see them and you couldn't carry on a conversation. And as soon as I saw this piece, I kind of had that same sort of response, and then the notion of the title as well. She's also influenced by architecture.